deemed a biased commentary on the Super Cup match. He was, of course, a Benfica. Jesus at the Estadio de Luz. There is, of course, a thin line between love and hate. Football fans the world over. And time again. Tonight, Benfica's old flame is in the building. He betrayed them, and the Eagles don't want to stay friends. Benfica's form not as impressive as Sporting in recent weeks. This is the classic case where the form book goes out of the window, I'm afraid, and then some. Reece fit for Sporting tonight. Islam Slimani with 6 goals this season. They all come down to who's got the greater experience, though. Of Luisao in their ranks, successful manager in his own right. What a pair of shoes he has to fill here. Jorge Jesus did so much to one league title in the 15 years that preceded his spell at the club. He lifted them out of the darkest phase in their history and put them back on the pedestal of Portuguese football. Until these guys, the Benfica directors, decided to offer him a pay cut in the summer. So Bruno de Carvalho, who you just saw on the Sporting bench, made Jesus an offer that he couldn't refuse. And so he turns up tonight at the Luz in green. Day in Lisbon gives us a greasy surface, ideal for the type of high-velocity game that we are expecting. Sporting are starting to resemble a Jesus side in recent weeks. They've got that swagger about them. I think the champions, meanwhile, haven't forgotten how to win. 1755, an earthquake struck Lisbon. The city literally shook. In 2015, the shockwaves of Jorge Jesus' defection from Benfica to Sporting are still being felt. A seismic event in Portuguese football history, and one which is the melodramatic backdrop to tonight's Lisbon derby.
It's one of them, isn't it? He thinks, well, it's just half a yard, is it? No. There's 2 players offside. One right in front of the official. Guedes just there, he gets his heels clipped by João Pereira. But I'd imagine that one's back in his pocket for the referee. But
yeah, I think you've nailed it, Kevin. It's definitely been given offside. So that yellow card was not a yellow card. A very strange moment to start the Lisbon derby. I think that João Pereira was particularly relieved to see that flag go up, because that card could have been of any colour.
oh, I think they were lucky because his teammates were looking across the line. They see the referee's assistant with the flag up right away, and it's a sigh of relief.
Benfica started very positively. Without a kick so far. Here's Alicio. As the second Benfica player to get caught offside in the opening moments.
It's a line that Sporting have started already. That they're not droppy, because if you get the time when you're right in behind them and you've still got, what, 15 yards to go before you confront the goalkeeper, gives a better opportunity.
Benfica have played one game less than Sporting. Heavy fog saw their game at União de Madeira called off. Here's Silvio. Samaris now, Greek international. Took him a little while to establish himself in the Benfica first team, but that 11 is almost unthinkable without him now. Likewise this man, William Carvalho, stopped in his tracks. And the free kick is awarded to the away team. Samaris penalised here.
Already we're seeing the little niggles coming in, aren't we? You know, a little bit of retaliation. Players are already going to asking the temptation to have little bites back from tackles.
João Mario. Sporting just trying to take the sting out of things early on. As you can hear, a really hostile atmosphere. Sporting are undefeated in the league this season, 5 wins out of 7. Benfica have 4 wins out of 6 and 2 defeats. Ruiz won't be able to come away with the ball there. Another free kick awarded. Adrian Silva penalised this time.
Well, just and isn't it? It's when you're in that midfield area, everybody's getting so tight. You just, you know, you've got limited touches. The touch has to be sublime, that first touch, just to get you out of the danger.
Samaris, Sporting causing him problems there. Alicio. Missing from him. Looking for Jimenez. He hasn't started many league games so far this season. Trotlu has been the first choice of Rui Vitória until now. Is Jonas. One way then the other. Silvio now. Putting one back towards Jonas. Very difficult to trouble the goalkeeper from that kind of range with a header.
Well, it's good movement. He starts the play, gets it wide, but he doesn't stand still. You know, there's 2 or 3 Benfica players stand still round about him, but, you know, he's on goal scoring for him. He wants to get into position, he gets in there, just doesn't quite catch the header correctly.
No doubt about his potential as a match winner, though. What a phenomenal goal scoring record he's got. Silvio. Benfica, of course, have Nelson Semedo unavailable at the moment. His international debut for Portugal, he sustained a knee injury and had to have surgery. So Silvio coming into the back 4. Samaris with a dangerous pass, but found Lewis out. Sylvia. Samaras wants it. Sylvia goes back to Jardel. Elisiu. Sporting working very hard to put pressure on Benfica, but Elisiu just shrugged off João Mario there. And here's Guedes. Taking on Naldo, goes for the goal line and wins the corner. Good strong defending by the Sporting man, and it had to be.
It's good play, isn't it? It all stems with the pace. Elisiu coming down that left-hand side, giving the problems. Sporting don't look the quickest side at the moment.
He'll take the corner himself. It's an in-swinger, dangerous towards Luisao, who got there. Claims he was impeded. He was always just stretching for this one, I think.
Yeah, he's got a point. You know, you don't see him often given, but you know, he's got a right good handful of the jersey. He's got a right to complain.
Brian Ruiz was the guilty man, although not spotted by referee Carlos Schistra. Very experienced referee, 15 years in the job, but this is only his second ever Lisbon derby. The other one was here in 2010. Benfica won it 2-0. Oscar Cardozo twice on target. I'm sure many of you out there will remember that. They mistimed that jump. And second time around as well. On the third header though, here's Carvalho. The whistle has already gone. Ronaldo with the foul on Jonas.
It's coming in, isn't it, Oliveira? Naldo's, he's covering it. Oliveira's missed a couple of games. Figueiredo's been in his position. A little bit ring rusty for his timing at the moment.
Jefferson into Slimani. Get the better of Luisao. Very few players could, but Benfica have given it away here, and there's a good chance for Sporting, and Sporting have scored, and it's Tio Gutierrez who got there before Julio Cesar. Benfica pushing the self-destruct button. They have given the lead to their eternal rivals. No celebration from Jorge Jesus. His team have just claimed a goal out of nothing.
Well, it's good timing of the run, isn't it? But you just think I don't think he's going to score there, but I think the strong hands of Julio Cesar have got to be stronger. You know, he pushes it on to Gutierrez's feet. If he's a lot stronger there in the hands, he could actually put... You'll accept goals like that.
Tio Gutierrez getting his second league goal. And the club president, Bruno de Carvalho, celebrating the early lead here. Well, it's very rare that this game sees a goalless draw. It's not going to happen today either. How will Benfica respond? Here's Gaetan, who's barely seen the ball in the opening stages. Naldo missing the clearance. Here's Guedes. So many errors from both teams early on. And there's another one. Andre Almeida with an air shot. It does seem that the emotionally charged atmosphere has got to these two players, because although it was a good piece of opportunism for the goal
pitch, but you need to get your first couple of passes correct. You need to get that working, where it's a pass or a run or a little 1-2. If they don't come right in your first couple of passes, you start getting very nervous and you start putting stray passes in, and that's what's been happening at the minute with a lot of the players. They're just not settled down and into the game.
Almeida, useful ball over the top, looking for Guedes. Jonas is in the middle. He's the target for the cross. It was just behind him. There was an important defensive touch on that one too. is Gaitan. That'll be a free kick. Blundered into by the goal scorer, Teo Gutierrez. Gaitan having plenty to say.
It's a dangerous area as well now, isn't it? Because you see, he picks himself up, he's looking for the free kicks, a good area. He'll stand up, he'll be the one who'll probably want to take it with his left foot.
That's a good opportunity for Benfica, who have not lost in the league to Sporting at home. 12. They find themselves a goal down here. Plenty of candidates to take it, but I think that kids would do well to get any activity on this free kick. It's going to be Gaitan, surely. He's whipped in by Gaitan. Difficult for the goalkeeper. Patricio got a decent two-fisted punch on it. Here's Guedes, who's onside. Decent ball in. The shanked finish from Jonas. Not one of his better ones.
No, he's just leaning back. It's a lovely ball, and not there. That's a great ball, and I think you've got to be slightly braver, Jimenez. If he's brave, he gets an opportunity to get in front of the goalkeeper. But then, on the odd occasion, as we see there, he gets wider, and he does cause problems. He makes the midfielders, he makes defenders think.
Jorge Jesus' all-time record in the derby for Benfica was 110, lost 1, drew 4. He's the only Benfica manager to have double figures in the win column in this particular fixture. And of course, as Sporting manager, he's already beaten Benfica once. They defeated them in the Super Cup back in August. 1-0 win and thoroughly deserved. Here's Silvia. The Super Cup is the Portuguese equivalent of the Community Shield. A friendly. There can be a friendly between these two clubs.
It's anything but a friendly. Controversial decisions, goals getting chopped off that were onside, you name it, it had everything in it.
But even that particular game gave real encouragement to Sporting's fans. They liked the way that they took the game to Benfica, and suddenly, after being in the doldrums for so long, they see themselves as title contenders this year. Could go top tonight, temporarily at least. Porto play later. Here they come again, the Lions. Benfica on the back foot, little touch from Slimani. Here's Ruiz. Carvalho. Sporting doing a good job here at controlling the tempo. There's a misplaced pass, but Sporting still in possession. Mario, out to Pereira, little flick from Slimani, he's onto it again. Benfica can't clear their lines here. João Pereira, Slimani much wider than he would like, but that's a decent cross, too close to Cesar.
It's a little bit too easy for the goalkeeper, but I'm looking in the box, and you know, Slimani slings it in there, but there's nobody in. There's one man in the box. Everybody else has been dragged along to the ball, you know, and you think, well, when it's done that, you would better go back, keep possession, and then getting your switch play and get it out the far side.
Licio. Pereira could not have been even closer to Nico Gaetan there. And I think even the Sporting player thought he was going to have a free kick given against him. And having a quick word with the fourth official. This is why.
He just gets mobbed out, doesn't he? Mob-handed out of it. It's just his retaliation. You know, he has to be careful.
Well, it was very interesting, if those of you who can remember back to the two Classico games of last season. Of course, the last ones to be have Jorge Jesus on the touchline. Benfica turned both of those into a street fight, really, and Porto couldn't really cope with it. I just wonder whether Sporting are going to try and do something similar today here at the Luge. Don't forget, there's plenty more action to come this weekend over on BT Sport Europe at 6:30. There's the game between PSG and St Etienne. That's part of the European football show, so if you choose to do a Jesus and leave us in the lurch, you can go and watch that one. Here's Gianmario. Gutierrez with the layoff to Pereira. Little flicked header. Just for a moment there, Ruiz had Benfica worried. He just ghosted in, undetected.
Well, it's a system to play, isn't it? When you've got the two holding midfielders you rely on, João Mario and the right-hand side, and Brian Ruiz on the left-hand side. You just watch him creeping in. You know, the full-back steps up. He's not checking on his central defenders, and you get that timing right, and you've got to be very, very careful defensively.
Slimani and Jardel getting better acquainted there. That's some sensible refereeing, because arms were raised there. It was nothing, you and I both know that, but we've also seen referees bring out cards for that sort of thing. Alicio, Rugatoria's side, still trying to build a head of steam here. Now though, getting to that one first. Pereira finding touch. Benfica haven't won any of the last three meetings in League and Cup between these two. Of course, they very much dominate the all-time record. So far, the scoreline is suggesting that those who predict a changing of the tide in Portuguese football will be right. Reaching the midway point in the first half now. Put under pressure, succeeding in winning the throw. So put his head to it is William Carvalho, who of course missed the start of the season through injury. It's no coincidence that since he's returned, Sporting have been that little bit more solid defensively. Pass this time from Jonas. Did he give Geddes much chance? Sound beat into it, that's a rarity. Valia. Free kick awarded. Almeida bringing down João Mario.
That's what he does, João Mario. because Carvalho's in that holding midfield role, it allows João Mario to tuck in on the right-hand side. Ruiz in has to tuck in and be disciplined on the left with Adrian Silva. And it just makes it that little bit narrow, so you've still got the two strikers.
Slimani. Oh, it's 2! 21 minutes on the clock, and Sporting are off to a flyer in the derby. Emotions to himself, but inside he will be grinning like the proverbial Cheshire cat.
Well, what can I say? You know, they are fast out the blocks this season, Sporting, there's no doubt about it. And since the first goal, they've been looking to get those crosses in the box. Slimani, you know, he gets between the two central defenders. One of them have got to be disciplined to pick him up. They don't, they allow the space. And that's a great header. Down into the tough. Little bit of zip on the grass as well from the rain.
Well, Slimani all of a sudden is finding his form again. 6 goals in his last 6 games. Got a hat-trick against Guimarães last time out. Getting a very big goal for the Lions. Benfica looking to mount an instant recovery here through Jimenez. He's won the corner. Benfica need more.
Now they need a major response. You know, it's a great run.
For the Eagles early on, Nico Gaitan, of all people, to just overrun the ball.
He's not wanting to actually hit it with the outside of his boot that time. Takes it inside. If you actually just put your thrusted and travelled swinging leg, your opposite, the one he doesn't want to kick the ball with, if he cuts it back with that, anything can happen.
Portuguese double-header on BT Sport 2. The game between Porto and Braga will be well worth a watch, and it chases us tonight at 7 p.m. Porto will be interested spectators in this particular game. They are currently jointly leading the Liga NOS with Sporting. The Dragons edge ahead on goal difference at the moment. No head-to-head record to speak of yet. Gaita, Alessio. Sporting still very well organised here. A lot of goals in their first 5 or 6 games of the season, Sporting, but it's changed all of a sudden. 3 straight wins in all competitions. 14 scored, only 2 conceded. That's before today. Guedes. Missed it, so did Almeida. Some fearsome tackles coming in the midfield at the moment. There's a little bit of space here for Sylvia. He's got to use this ball better. A little too high for Jimenez. Ronaldo there, Carvalho there. And they will bring it away. But only in the form of a free kick. Samaris barrelling into the challenge here, and likely to get away. With that one.
No, his eyes were completely on the man, not on the ball. So it was good protection of the ball from João Mario. It's always going to take the free kick, then gets a little bit of a breather as well, because in the last few moments Benfica have just been finding their feet, causing a few nervousness in the back four of Sporting.
As with the layoff, it's just not happening for the Eagles at the moment. last lost home game here in any competition last December. It was a cup game against Braga. Second choice team selected on that occasion as well. Suffice to say, you have to go back a very long way to find an occasion where Benfica are 2 goals behind at home at half-time.
Sore one as well, right on the toe. The new boots today, they're very, very flimsy. You know, it's that beautiful light leather, light boots, but they don't give your feet any protection anymore.
You haven't got them on the Christmas list then?
Oh no, I've got tried and trusted boots, me.
Silvio in trouble. Wins the goal kick. I think it was revealing at the start of the season that Ruga opted to go with Nelson Semedo as a very young player rather than Silvio, who's 27 years of age. So some indication about the manager's faith in the fullback playing tonight. Went out of the blue, he has given us a show-stopping goal. I think I could do with one here for Samaris. Schools are looking terrific. Hard at the moment. Issue going down. Referee not interested. Gaitan switches play. Back again to. This is Gaitan rather. Almeida. Silvio just stopped in his tracks by Adrian Silva. As ever, as being economical and effective in that sporting midfield. Jonas with the layoff. Almeida tying himself up in knots. Making an intelligent run here and making space for himself. Here's Jonas, goes for goal. Well, Benfica getting closer. That was so nearly a Jonas special.
Oh, it's lovely, just sits there, doesn't he? How quickly gets it out his feet, you know, when you're watching it. You know, it comes to his right foot, he just takes the one touch. Automatically out on his left, he's trying to bend it round the far corner. You know, technically fantastic the way he gets it out, because he's got no time, because the defenders are pressing him very, very quickly. He's had a couple of attempts now, Dan, and he's getting closer, he's finding his range. And shall we say, he's switching his radar on now.
He scored an absolutely sensational goal against Paços de Ferreira, which was very similar to that. Just opening up his body and curling one with the left foot. It's a goal of the season contender, that one. Get googling. Another free kick to Benfica. Penalised and not too happy about it. Looked like a handball to me. To the last 15 minutes of the first half now. This could hardly have gone much better for Sporting. Must stay switched on that first half goal from Benfica would completely change the momentum of this match. Bent in by Gaitan. Easy for a goalkeeper of Patricio's class.
Yeah, his quality's better than that, isn't it, Gaitan? You know, it's almost warm-up practice for the goalkeeper. You know, it's high, it's floaty. It's not whipped in with the pace that he's renowned for.
Jardel with the header. Oliveira finding touch. for Sporting all of a sudden. There, there's still shirt streaming forward. One of them is Geds. Little chip from him. Ronaldo with the defensive header. Samaris. He somehow came away with the ball, but illegally in the eyes of the referee. Going in any case. His shot palmed away by Patricio, but the referee had already given hand. Ball here, I think.
Well, already we're seeing Samaras coming out of his position, because normally he likes to sit deeper than Almeida. But he's coming forward, trying to press into midfield, and he's just a little bit unfortunate the ball just jumped up, came off his hand. But, you know, even the goalkeeper, Patricio, still had a lot to do to wait for that whistle to blow.
The decision this time is for handball, as you can see from Carvalho. At least that's what Benfica feel he should be punished for. It seems that he might be getting away with it here.
Yeah, it's deliberate handball, but there's no need to go out the way. But this is the incident they're going.
The referee so far is letting quite a lot go. She's giving us a good spectacle. Sometimes players can get carried away in those circumstances. Sylvia. Samaris. Elisiu. A lot of space here. Didn't use it particularly well. Lewis Alves places a pass. Sporting on the counter-attack. Slimani has made his run. Gutierrez was dispossessed. Fortunate for Benfica that he was. Ball this time from Nunes. Chievo against Napoli is our game from Serie A tonight. It's over on BT Sport 1 at 7:30. If you want to pick up that game. Jean Pereira. Slimani. Well to get the cross in. And they brought some emergency defending out of Silvio.
Good fast play from Slimani. Great touch there. Gets him through the two defenders. You know, you're just looking for a quick reaction, and quality defending from Silvio.
Sporting just playing like a side, greater confidence and greater belief. A little bit sharper as well in this first 35 minutes. Gonna pawn it. Benfica head on the end of it. Herrera. Mario. Silvio able to get his head to it and guide it back to Cesar. Samaras once again taking a risk, but finding Elisiu. Almeida. Challenge from now. And once again Sporting looking dangerous on the break here. Slimani. Will he go for goal himself? He does, it's parried, but is this going to be three? It is! The Estadio de Luz is stunned. into silence as Brian Ruiz extends the Lions' margin. Benfica cannot believe this. It's turning into a drubbing. And we've only had 36 minutes played.
It's hard to say, Dan, but Benfica just now, you know, it comes back, it's loose play. You know, you're looking for the Benfica players to work hard with each other, to get caught out. You know, it's a great strike from Slimani. There's still a lot to do for Brian Ruiz. He's got to control it, but I think it's the defender getting back on him. Silvio just knocks him off balance slightly and actually sets him up because he kicks the ball into the ground. And when he kicks it into the ground, just there, the touch, it takes over the goalkeeper. You know, he doesn't give up his option. Maybe the goalkeeper could stand up a little bit longer. But Brian Ruiz isn't caring.
Well, this could hardly have gone. Everything has gone wrong for Benfica tonight. Everything. Mario. Are on. Here's Slimani. Here's Mario. And Cesar is forced into a save by Adrian Silva. Only 1-2 minutes. Kev?
Oh, definitely. You know, especially in the offensive side of things, Dan. You know, everything's going. Slimani's making runs and causing problems to the Benfica defence.
Just shepherding this one into touch. A lot that Raul Jimenez could do. Him and Jonas have been feeding off scraps in this first half. All of a sudden, the only singing you can hear at the Estadio de Luz is coming from the section which contains the Sporting fans. Benfica supporters just cannot believe what they are seeing. Here's Gaitan, nudged off the ball by William Carvalho. Ruiz pulled down, and that's going to be a yellow card. Samaris has been asking for trouble. It's finally got a step too far.
That's good play from Gaitan as well, isn't it? Clever, fast feet. But that's what you're up against if you're beating two men in a wider area and you come in centrally. William Carvalho is in there doing a fantastic job of front sweeping in front of his two central defenders.
There's another chance to see Sporting in action next Saturday. They take on Estoril at the Alvalade. It's an 8:30 start on BT Sport 1. Mario. William Carvalho, 5 minutes left in the first half. Oh, to be a fly on the wall in that Benfica changing room.
I don't think it would be a fly on the wall, because you're liable to get hit with a flying teacup or something like that, I would imagine, at half-time.
Well, Samaris, who's on a yellow card, just grabbed hold of Brian Ruiz's shirt and had a little dig at him as well. Somebody needs to have a word, don't they, with the Greek international?
Oh, definitely. You know, he's got to be careful. You know, he's lost his sense of direction at the moment. He's getting frustrated. You know, hopefully now this little word from the referee calms him down a little bit.
I think the referee's done him a favour there. and they're 3-0 down. If they went down to 10 men, who knows how humiliating this could get. From on the offside. Jardel. Alicio trying to turn. Brought down by Gianmario. Benfica want to see a booking. They'd be far better off just trying to concentrate on their own game.
Oh, Gianmario's just getting in, he's looking for the ball. He's actually, you can see the ball with his foot, it just goes underneath it. Is the frustration creeping in on one or two players for Benfica now?
Samaras is fouled, and this game is starting to turn a little nasty. The yellow card is shown to Slimani, who can't believe it. And he did say that the referee was letting a lot go initially. Not now, he's not. Oh, it's not Slimani that's been yellow carded, surely. It was Silva that committed the foul, but I think the referee has shown the yellow card to the wrong player.
Yeah, it's mistaken identity, he can't believe it. Adrian Silva, the captain there. We were getting away with collecting that yellow card. You can see the frustration it was in Slimani, and obviously the players now having a chat about it.
I think Gaitan talked himself into a booking as well, telling the referee what he thought of him. This is a chaotic first half. There's a loose pass out of defence. And it results in a free kick awarded as Almeida goes down. Well, who knows who the referee's booking this time?
Brian Ruiz, isn't it, this time? He's coming in, he's trying to claim it. It just shows his body action. Jumped out the way. He did. He's gone down. The referee's bought the free kick. It's not a yellow card. It isn't a yellow card.
Sporting looking to take the clean sheet into the interval, and they will, because that was another poor delivery from Nico Gaitan. The main man for them this season is not delivered at all in this first half. But then again, who has for Benfica?
They've been very, very slow to it all, haven't they?
Well, there were so many people that couldn't believe the news when Jorge Jesus left Benfica for Sporting. There'll be plenty of people that can't believe this scoreline. At home, Benfica trail by 3-0, and the Lions fans are in dreamland.